Hey YouTube, take two, part two of the Bestop Modular Jeep Rack mod so that you can get it to fit in 04 through 06 Wrangler Unlimited with the Nerf bar wrap still on it. These are the bracket extensions that wrap around the Nerf bar that you're going to need, because the ones that came with my kit were not big enough to make it around my Nerf bar. So here we go. Tools you're going to need: rubber mallet, some kind of wampum stick, pair of channel locks or something to hold onto the hinges with. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, 1/2-inch wrench. That is the size of these guys here, Phillips bolt and 1/2-inch nut. And that takes these brackets off the upright of the modular kit, which is outside, you guys saw in the earlier video. These are the 4 factory brackets that are not long enough, and then tightening knobs that theoretically should go through this hole right here and into this guy from the flat side here to tighten it. Unfortunately, that's not big enough to work in the Wrangler. So what I did was I went to Home Depot, down here in the trash box, and I bought the adjustable single staple hinge hasp, 3.5-inch, 240060, number 8. Just a regular hinge gate. This is what's left of them here. I took them and bent them. That's what the channel locks and the rubber mallets for. I just did it over the edge of my workbench here, cabinets. Beat the crap out of the corner here. If you got a vise or a anvil or something, I'm sure that would work considerably better. So I bent them, but the first thing I did was I ground off the little accent piece off the top, maybe about 3/16, 1/4 inch. Ground that down to this point and then rounded the edges off. Then I did the bending, and how I did the bending was, while the other half of the hinge was still attached, that's this guy here, I folded that sucker over so that it was on top. I pinched the channel locks on it right here. Again, remind you that the hinge is still together. Holding that, I just beat it around the corner until I got a nice curve on it. Once I got the nice curve on it, I hung it over the edge of the workstation here like such. I took this guy here. It was turned like that. I screwed it into the table with the screws that came with the kit, and then using my grinder, I've got a DeWalt cordless. Make sure you got some batteries charged up for this job if you got a cordless. Using my grinder or cutting tool, I cut across the hinge. Zoom in right there, just right at 12 o'clock on where it sat while it was open. That left me with that half of the hinge hooked, just like the hook on the top of the clamp that's attached to the arm. And let's see if I can figure out how to set this up to show you how this is all going to work. This hook on the factory clamp now goes into the hole which was already cut in the clasp, which is pretty damn handy, because the first one I did I had to drill to fit. It sucked. This 3.5-inch one is perfect. So now the factory, out of camera while I get a better grip so you can see it. At the factory, this guy's again bolted to the upright arm. You got your little extension bracket that you've made, or that I've made and that you will make. And then you got back over here to these little shorties, which weren't long enough out of the box to get around the Nerf bar. And just like the post clamp went in, yours is going to go in here. So there's yours hooked in, and there's the factory one hooked in. Sorry, kind of tough angle to get at. And then, just like it was intended to work, the knob's going to go through and screw into that thread, and that sucker will wrap around your roll cage. Feel free to paint it black like I did my prototype one, and like I'm going to do these guys, if you want to make it match and look good, assuming you got it, the rest of it's black. Don't forget to wear goggles when using your cutting wheel. Fun projects aren't fun when you get stuff shot in your eyeball. For the drilling that I talked about outside, you're going to need this guy. That's a 3/8 metal bit, and then you're going to need a standard chuck drill to put those holes in that we talked about in video 1. But that's the 3/8 bit right there that I used aforementioned.